Pardon me for a second. Equipment's messing up. Good morning. Hope you guys are having a great day. I've already started my breakfast, man. Hope you got yours and water, cup of coffee, fruit, whatever it is that you're eating this morning. But yeah, Denny's is my spot. So today we're gonna be talking about some watches, man. Talking about some watches. Question for you guys: if you had your choice of watch ownership, what would you refer? I mean, what would you prefer? Uh, like your automatic or quartz watch, basic analog watch, something like this, sweep the seconds or the tick tick tick. Would you prefer a digital watch or a smartwatch? Your Apple Watches and Androids of that nature. Catch this from replay, man. I would love to see your answer down in the description or when you comment. What would you prefer? So, I actually brought a couple of watches with me. Brought a couple of pieces with me for an example, and we'll explore the importance of each one for me. It's not for you because it'll everybody is different. So I asked this question to a buddy of mine, and all he wears is digital. I mean, not digital, but smartwatches. So, case in point, box roll. Good morning. As you see, I have my long jeans, I have glycine, I have my Tissot, my Hamilton, and Smart Tech. That right there is an Android. Which could that possibly replace all of these watches? It's possible. Now, I just thought about something too. I have to research a little bit. Maybe I put this thing in its own case because it may have some magnetic properties, and I just thought about that. I'm gonna take this out because it's sitting next to my Hamilton. The good thing though is even if it does have some magnetic properties and it magnetizes my watch, I have I can either order um, a demagnetizer on Amazon or probably wouldn't do that. I'll just go up to Kokomo, hang out with the guys and the gals, and have my watch demagnetized up there if it is magnetized in the first place. But yeah, man, what do you guys think as far as these watches are concerned? So about this watch, man, I'm trying to think. I've had this watch since COVID, but I have a number of these. Right, these are like 15 bucks on Amazon, man. It's like the cheapest, quickest watch that you can have. And I bought this actually because of just to work out in, just go like throw something on my wrist so I can keep track of the time myself doing stuff, and kept it moving. And so these are like really simple, man, and cheapest. And I trust Casio like none other because I have like I'm ex-military. If you don't know that, I'm ex-military. So these watches right here have been lifesavers, man. Like, and they hold up. And even with it's crazy is I took one of these out. We went through some training scenarios where we got wet, down in the water with our rifles and stuff like that, crawling through the mud. And all of my watches always held up. Especially if they sell it at the PX, man, that thing is like, I don't know. I don't know if they check them before they come, like, hey, this is what we want. Yo, what's going on? DK in the building. What's up, bro? What's going on with you? So yeah, man, I don't know. And DK tell you he got some military watches, man. Which I have this one right here, one of my favorites right here. That right there is the Expedition by Hamilton, and the dial is actually a compass. So there's a lot of fun features to that, man. But when it comes to your traditional smartwatch, right? This piece of equipment right here, which like simplistic on the back of there, man, that's like the charging station. That's how you know keep this thing powered. So this thing literally, hold up, let me see, get this thing on. Driving into work. Oh yeah, man, get him, bro. Get him. So this thing normally, like, literally can tell like everything. Tracks my steps, the amount of water I got in my body, man. It's like crazy because it's on your skin, and that thing is legit, man. That thing is legit. So I'm not against smartwatches and stuff like that, but if I'm gonna wear something, oh, speaking of which, hold up, there's another option for you. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But for those that, if you are, let's say for instance, you like smart tech, right? There's a company right now that I'll be working with, and you can literally turn your analog watch into a smartwatch. So everything, what's up? What's going on, House X? So everything that your smartwatch can do, as long as you got a cell phone, you can sync it. And the creators of this smart tech, right? It's just like a little disc. It's 3 millimeters tall. So how it works is, and you'll see it. So on the 8th of June, which is in about another week, I'll be going to Kokomo, and there's a watch event that I'll be going to. So there's a number of people that's going to be in attendance. I'll have that list. There's a video. I'm dropping a video later on today, and I'll explain. So you have a number of companies coming out, but Tyler Nolan is 24 years old, man. He's working with this company that on the back of your watch, you will press it's like these little suction cups. You put it on the back of your watch, put your watch back on, sync it up to your phone, and you have your analog, your personal watch is turned to a smartwatch. Now, it is subscription based, so it's almost like having a cell phone, right? But this will eliminate that. So those people that refuse to get into the smart watch, but they want the properties or the all the things that a smartwatch does, you can keep your regular watch and just keep it moving. New to your channel, loving you, loving Victor. Hey, you loving Victor? Well, guess what? I got an unboxing too. I'm gonna get to that boxing in about like a couple minutes. Mm. And that's a good segue for me to get into the prices and stuff of Invicta and what you should be going for if you really want. Depending on what you want. So I'm gonna say over the past, let's just jump into the Invicta thing. Thank you, I appreciate you, Captain Spald and Entertainment. I appreciate that. Here's the thing about Invicta. Here's the thing about Invicta. Uh, Today's Invicta right now. If you're coming into it, you're gonna have a different viewpoint on Invicta than me because I've been collecting Invicta since 2014, and even my viewpoint is similar to people that's been collecting a lot longer than me, but like they have a more of an understanding or history, if you will, of the brand. So people like Bob Cohen, Camone, um, Godfather, right? So these people have been collecting Invicta for, and there's a whole bunch of other people. I mean, the Invicta community is built over just more than just the three people I named. There's hundreds, thousands of collectors that have been collecting since like the the early to mid 2000s. And with Godfather, he's the only one that I know of. I know there's another guy that's been collecting Invicta past Godfather. He collected Invicta when it was purely either mechanical or all Swiss made, right? So I got an opportunity of looking at the first Russian diver and a number of Invicta pieces, vintage Invicta pieces made in the 30s, during World War II era. And it was mind blowing. This guy, I met him, and I would have to actually go back through my videos to get his name because he was on, I believe it was my 2019 cruise videos is when I met him, and I interviewed him, and he showcased a number of watches, but there was one watch in particular that his grandfather owned during World War II that he fought with this watch. Man, I was like, yo, that's crazy. So there's history. There's some history right there. So now, wherever you are in your journey, if you're new to Invicta, you are taking, I guarantee you're taking advantage of those sales. If you know about Invicta stores, if you don't, then if you're a Shop HQ person, then you still get the advantage of getting a number of watches. Now, the difference between the two, if you go to invictastores.com, you're going to have way more um, models to choose from. But here's the other thing too. Shop HQ does. They have a great deal of watches from Invicta to Aragon. I mean, not Aragon. I'm sorry, Nubeo, Glycine, and I know Nubeo has nothing to do with Invicta, but these are just vendors. But Nubeo still has like that vibe, like Invicta, in my opinion, has the same vibe. But um, they have Deep Blue, and the thing about with they Deep Blue, if you go Deep Blue, they don't really have that many options. You will have to go to the Deep Blue website to actually uh, run the gamut of all the dive watches they have. But as far as Invicta is concerned, this is the lowest prices I've ever seen since I've been collecting, hands down. So you guys are, I guess, in a good position if you're looking for a sale watch. But let's just say you want to dig more into Invicta's history and grab some of those older pieces, right? Two ways, and I'm gonna tell you the best way. If you join one of the Facebook groups, ask the question, there's always somebody selling a watch. That's the I ever got on Invicta watches when I bought them about 12 watches. God, dog, what? So what was? So explain that. Thelonious Monk. Good morning. Welcome in, man. Please enlighten me, bro. That is crazy. 12 watches. So was that an estate sale? Did you get it from a pawn shop, like, or a collector was just like, hey, I'm done. Here, have at it. Jeez. Oh my gosh, that is crazy. Marketplace. Mm, my buddy's selling on marketplace right now. Now, let me say this: word of advice to all my people that's selling their Invicta watches. Um, and Ace, mm. You know what? I should do that. I got a number of Invicta that I know I probably wouldn't wear. I ain't gonna say probably. I know I'm not gonna wear anymore, and I had to do that. Sell about 10, 15 of them for that, something crazy. But see, the thing with me is we're in that space where there's a lot going on. Thank you. There's a lot going on, and I want to give back to, what I'm saying, to people, man. Because the thing about doing this, collecting watches and stuff like that, I've had the opportunity of meeting some great people. I've had opportunity of going different places and stuff like that, man. But I did, in my travels and in my conversations with people here in the chat and stuff like that, I've seen people that's like, hey, I wish I could. I wish, what I'm saying? And I'm like, hey, you know what? You need a watch, or if you like to have a watch, bro, I've sent out watches. I can care less. You can always replace a watch. You can always get a watch, man. So, but yeah, man, that's a great deal. 12 watches for $125. You cannot beat that. What you talking about, Vic? What's up, bro? Good morning, Vic. Oh, fruit. Had my beloved pancakes. I went to the gym this morning. I'm feeling great, bro. Hmm. Strawberries are delicious. Mm. Strawberries, bananas, and grapes. Mm. Ah, think of beauty. And a cup of coffee, black. See that? No sugar, no sugar. Get that caffeine boost, and I'll be right back at the gym at 12 o'clock, getting it in. But anyway, we were talking to Victor, right? And I know, like, if you watch this on replay, if you coming in, you see the title is, you know what I'm saying, it's like, what would you choose? So I'm gonna ask you guys in the chat, um, what watch do you prefer to have? Is it a smartwatch? Is it an analog, or like your quartz or automatic, or is it a digital? What do you like to wear most? So for me, I have no problem with my smartwatch. I don't wear it as often. I mean, I've had it for what 2 weeks now, 3 weeks. I owned one before that. I wore it during COVID just to track my steps. But other than that, man, it was either one of these, like the digital or my analog. But I prefer to have these. And with that new tech, man, y'all, I'm telling you, June 8th, which is another week from now. I think it's that like next Saturday to be exact. Next Saturday, I will be in Kokomo, and I am going to introduce technology that you can put on the back of your watch. It's not magnetic. It doesn't interfere with the movement or anything like that. I am going to literally this week. I'm going to drop the information on that so you guys can get a better look at it. But when I tell you this is groundbreaking stuff, man, groundbreaking, and it's right here in my state, which is crazy. You said whatever's on your. So let me ask you this: you like automatic watches? No Invictus this week. Hey, but we got an unboxing this morning, Vic. We got an unboxing, bro. Even though I know this is Aragon week, and we want to respect Aragon week, right? But this goes back to hold up. I'm looking for my trusty knife. I know it's in here somewhere. I hope it's in here. If not, I'll be using my keys this morning. Uh-oh. Next Saturday we're going to get an unboxing. So here's my trusty knife, Guysman. And I bought this from Menards. This is yes. I also got a knife coming in from Timu. Now, eBay. And I bought this from a trusted source, man. Very trusted source, man. So may I remind you guys that I am a huge believer in match watches. And match watches, if you want your Invicta fix, man, I'm talking about old school vintage Invicta, some of the newer stuff, he got that too, man. But he goes back, man, to like the mid 2000s, like 2013, 2016, when they was like putting out some powerhouse pieces, man. Swiss made pieces, bro. Match watches and his prices. I'm gonna tell you this, hands down, customer service, hands down. And guess what? He don't pay me to say this stuff. I'm just like John Gangy actually put me on to him because I had so many bad experiences on eBay, and I was like, nah, I'm not messing with eBay no more. But like John was getting all this, man. John had bought so many watches from this guy. I said, let me try him out. So open the box, and you get the thank you card, right? And yeah. Oh man, he even threw in a bracelet, man. He threw in an Invicta bracelet. See, Matt, you the real one, bro. You the real MVP. So he got this thing wrapped. Now, I will tell you this. On his site, it will show you that all of his watches are pre-owned. right? That's not always the case. I have bought a number of watches that were still wrapped. They were still mummy wrapped. This does not have a box. I'm not. I don't care because I don't need another Invicta box. I don't need another box. Period. I thought you were done. Bro. So I was, man. I was. But this one, bro. You know them those watches. Here's the deal, y'all. Is I don't need another, but I am still intrigued by some of the older Invicta pieces that house or is powered by some of those Swiss movements that we go crazy for, man. The history of some of these movements. So I had to jump into this one, and you're gonna see why. I'm unwrapping it, unwrapping it, unwrapping it. Oh my gosh, any takers, any guess, anybody should know what that is. If you're an Invicta fan, now I bought this right in the description. This watch has been sized, and it was sized for a 7.25 inch wrist, no extra links. I said, okay, I will do that. But you see right there, look how beautiful that watch, the condition of the bracelet is. Without further ado, I'll show you the head of the piece. Sabakwa Normal 1. Carbon fiber dial. I'm going to tell you what's so important about this carbon fiber dial. You was close. It's in the family. So, carbon fiber, do you know, and I've never told this story, why I like carbon fiber. And one of my favorite exotic cars, a Porsche 911, was the first as a kid. As it was the first car I saw, and the dash had carbon fiber all in it. And from that, it's just that pattern just like mesmerized me. Hold on, so you get your man. It's getting a bad reflection. But there you go. That's the best I can do for right now. Matter of fact, hold on, wait. It's not the best I can do. Let's flip this around so you can see, so I can get that reflection out. There you go. Oh, still a little reflection. But y'all see that? Oh, look at that. Now let's flip it on the back side and look and see. Invicta Reserve, Black Rotor, and yes, this has I believe this is a Salida 200 in this watch. So a Swiss made timepiece. Yep, and it got Swiss made on the dial. So that's important to me because you have some that has Swiss movement, and I'm good. And then you got Swiss made. Now this is an older model. I will do a deep dive on to see what year this watch was made. Shoot, I'm thinking possibly 2015, maybe. Could be 2013. Checking the lugs to make sure it's tight. Butterfly class, but I'm gonna tell you something. It is when I tell you this high polished, and this is the watch that 11723. Get out of here, man. Now let's talk about the history of Invicta, right? And this is not an Invicta show. I'm just gonna talk about the history of this particular piece, man. Why I really think this is um one of the greatest pieces they ever built is because El Lalo is the CEO of Invicta, right? When he created this watch, right? This watch is the heritage of the brand. I would say it's like it should mean the world to him because this is a Sabakwa Noma 1, so it's the first of its design, and the Noma is the abbreviation of his children. Sabakwa being Sea Dragon, and Victor being it's a dive watch, and they, you know what I'm saying, they pride themselves on putting an inexpensive watch out That hold up, is that? Oh no, that's slick, yo. I didn't even notice that. That's actually gold. I thought it was just a reflection of the light. That's gold. That is amazing. I'll take a deeper dive into this watch. Uh, and this could I'm gonna do a deep dive. I'm gonna see where like what year this watch was made. Okay, so here's the deal. I just want to check some of the newer Sabako Noma ones have a push pull crown, which I'm not against all the way, but like I do like having that screw down, and this is a screw down crown. So that's telling me that this is the older one. I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna see if this is Sapphire or Flame Fusion. It's probably on the back somewhere. But this watch is beautiful. This is a very subdued and loud watch at the same time. Oh, that's a great one right there. That thing is nice. So as you can see, I'm more of an analog guy to answer my own question. Like, what would I prefer? Oh, and that fits perfect. I don't have to take nothing out. It goes straight on the wrist. Straight on the wrist. Yo, that's crazy. So this watch will be coming with me on the Invicta cruise. Y'all hear that? Snow play. Mm, okay. Man, that thing is really nice. This is a really nice watch. The pictures were great, but like this, so it got like that donut look to it, man. This is amazing, man. This and these are watches that when talked about on social media, I believe, in my opinion, some of the YouTubers don't give you an opportunity to explore or experience some of the stuff, man. What's up, yo? Big Belly Bob is in the building. Hey, man, look, I'm on that big belly Bob plan, bro. I'm trying to get my content out and shower the world, man, with this stuff, man. 'Cause this is important, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all, let's say this: the watch game is very important. It's very important. There's a number of things that goes behind it, and I just looked at a interview this morning, right? It was a beautiful interview, and BK literally echoed a lot of the stuff that I believe in anyway, right? A lot of the stuff I talk about, man, because um, to get on here and talk about watches, man, isn't just a flex. And in no way, I mean, you know what? If I got on here and I owned an AP that was that had factory diamonds and stuff like that, and I'm like, yeah, man, check out my AP. I just got this, man. This thing ran me about 80 grand. That's flexing, you know what I'm saying? But like, if you take all of that, yo, I'm doing this, and think about our ancestors, like I can't speak for everybody, but like I know my ancestors weren't able to even afford this, and now I get to just rock some watches, man. I have a collection of watches, and there was a time where watches they weren't collected. It was a flex. It was definitely a flex, definitely a flex, man, because the aristocrats, man, the nobles, man, these people were the owners of some of the most prestigious timepieces out there, from the Patek, from when Rolex came into play. Bro, these things, man, Elgin, old school Elgin, you know what I'm saying? Not today's Elgin. Today's Elgin is more fashion. But yo, Rhodes is in the building. You're gonna get me fired with these work it. They can't fire the boss. You a boss, bro. That place wouldn't run without you. And if they watching, I said it. I sure did. I sure did. If you did not have Vic working there, and I'm not even in that thing, man, but the proof is in the pudding. I saw the awards he got. I saw how he took that company to the tippy top. So if Vic want to watch me doing lives, get out of here. And you, to that lady in the back, I don't work for y'all. I can say what I want to. Y'all better start treating my man with some respect, man. Put some respect on his name, man. You know what I'm saying? So all I'm gonna tell y'all, I ain't gotta say the name of your company. You know who you are. Shoot. Yeah, yeah. I hear this, man, you're replaceable. Everybody's replaceable, but guess who? You just don't get mad when you replace them with somebody that can't even do 10% of the person, and then you be like, oh crap. And then you start seeing that decline. I'm all for that. We ain't even gonna talk about it. Back to the watch thing. Now I know there are times in our everyday you may not think about it, but again, I've said this before. This conversation I had just going back a few short weeks ago. Yo, what's up, Harry Jones? Welcome in from Australia. From Australia, man. That's nice, man. What time is it there? Um, Here's a beautiful thing about watches, and it connects us all. It connects us like right now. It's such a great time to be a watch collector, man. We get to complain about watches. We get to complain about let's. I'm gonna pick on Seiko for a second. We get to listen to people like really complain about a few things from Seiko. One, having a number limited edition piece to 15,000. Does that really make it limited? Now I can see a watch having. I know some companies did 10 watches. I was looking at the story this morning. This company before it went out of business, they created 10 watches. It was a micro brand, 10 watches. And then they went out of business. But these 10 watches, the technology behind this thing was amazing, right? So it makes it such a rare watch. That's number limited. 100 watches, number limited, because you think 100 people and they're open world to the world. If you can order it, it can be sent to you. Only 100 people out of billions of people on this planet having 1,000. That's still limited, right? But when you get into the 15,000s, the 22,000s, it's like, and I know that was one of the things that collectors complained about, and I even saw some valid points. Why do this money grab with people that love your brand? And that's a double-edged sword. I'm like, well, they're in it to make money. They're in it to extend their brand. Um, But no, a rebuttal to that was during, because we're talking about analog, digital, and stuff like that. It's the quality behind the watches. Welcome in all. Please remember to smash that. Like the content. Please consider being a channel member. Thank you, sir. Yo, Scott, man. You up early, man. Hey, man. That's crazy. INOC is in the building. So, man, they open up in the morning and they close it down at night, man. You guys are champions over there, bro. Sheesh, you're going to have to rename yourselves or something, man. The champions of watch collecting. Because there's always a representative up there, man, especially Felix, because Felix will text you at 2:30 in the morning. He'll call you at 4 a.m. Hey, man, what you doing, bro? Sleeping. Yeah, I was just checking in on you, bro. Good Lord. What I like about Invicta is their watches are usually limited to about 4,000, and that's not a lot to me, considering they have millions and millions of. Yes, Captain, Captain, check this out, bro. Check this out. I was looking at a matter of fact. I was listening to Shop HQ last year, and Lynn Shocker before she left, they gave the statistics of just through Shop HQ. They said they had at the time, and the year wasn't even up. I want to say it was close to November, maybe in October, close to 14 million subscribers. In other words, 14 million people have purchased Invicta just through Shop HQ. So just think about this. Keep this in mind. You have Shop HQ, and they're reporting over 14 million. You have Invicta stores. I have no idea. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure that, like, and here's the crazy thing is there's people that shop with like the iMedia source, Shop HQ, Evine, whatever you want to call it. Those people don't go back and forth. They don't know that there's an Invicta store and vice versa, right? But then you have the people that live in New York, that live in Florida, that live somewhere where an Invicta store, an actual brick and mortar, and they go shop with them. And then there are the people that cruise, and then there are the Costco. people, you know what I'm saying? Costco and the other spot, man, that they will go and buy these watches. And then marketplace. So Invicta's being sold by the millions. So if they got so the highest number, which is actually not Marvel, but um, DC, I think, is the highest, which is the 4,000. Marvel is I think 3,000, and then you have this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Man, the art designs, artistry designs and stuff like that was like 1,500. They had some reserves that was 100. Man, AL, he has a line from back in the day. He only did 10. He got one. He only did 15. I actually seen that. I see this guy has 1 to 15. It is an older pro diver, and it has the craziest bracelet setup. So you have the cotter pins, you got the screw pins, right? This one has like a bolt that goes through it, and it's screwed. It's weird how you got to do it. It is so like, and you have to have a tool, special tool. You got to hold it on one side. You got to do the crank. It's like you got to fold some stuff back. It's weird. It's almost like taking off a Rolex bracelet or something like that. Like there's a function to it, and you can actually ruin it if you don't get it right. Star Wars is 1977. Yep, yep, yep. I'm at work. Just checking. Okay, Scott. So yeah, man. There are a number of things, man. And now, granted, I asked a question for this one, like, what do you guys prefer to have? The analog, the digital, or smartwatch. Now, here's the deal. Worldwide, smartwatches they're the ultimate. They're selling more than anything. You know what I'm saying? So I guess I'm gonna say it's a stupid question for me to ask that, because when it comes to you guys, you're even though we talked about there's millions of people that buy Invicta, still falls in comparison, because think about this: the digital world, the smart tech, 40 over $40 billion per year. There's so many people. So for every analog watch, man, like I don't know how many. I would dare to say 1 out of 3 users have a smart tech. I just feel like that's got to be a number. I could be off. I didn't read a statistic or anything like that. I just feel like 1 out of 3 users own some type of smart tech, whether it's the Microsoft, the Apple, or an aftermarket smartwatch, or Garmin. Which Garmin's are the truth. I love Garmin's. I owned one back in the day. I actually used it for my RC cars. Um, it was issued to me from a job I had, and I used that Garmin to rate to see how fast my RC got, because I worked on this RC so much, is learning how to build up, because I didn't know nothing about RCs besides I know I like to run them. And I got the last time I put my Garmin on there and got the speed, that thing was at 52 miles per hour. I was like, yo, that's crazy. I wear mostly automatic watches, but the Apple Watch reigns supreme, in my opinion, when it comes to wearing a watch while working out. Wish they weren't so disposable. So yeah, Thelonious Monk. So y'all, you guys, and I'm gonna make sure. Listen, tune in June 8th. I will be showcasing this. This isn't new tech. Oh, well, it's new tech. It hasn't been pushed out yet. They're going to roll it out, I think, either next month or July. But Breitling has already signed up for them. Moyer Jewelers, that company that I've been going to, the AD here, they signed up with them. My man Jake is talking with them up there at Trifecta. Bro, it is so crazy. So you can literally put it on the back of your watch, sync it to your phone, boom, you're there. You're in that thing. You're in that thing. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, man, I think but like for me to answer that question, I do believe like Thelonious Monk. Um, I haven't had and the Apple Watch. I do have like so this one that I have now is this is Android based, and it's cool little watch. Um, does it for me, but I actually have another smartwatch that I got. I can't remember. I got it for Christmas. My wife bought it for me like 6 years ago. Um, it's decent, you know what I'm saying? But like what's crazy is like it doesn't have an updated feature on it, man. So it still looks old. It looks like the very first smartwatch. which I have no problem with because it got all my music on it. It still does its job with telling me how far I'm going back and forth walking and stuff. So it's cool, but I can switch in between. But for the most part, I am actually going to dig more into these pieces, into my analog watches, and I have honestly, y'all, I have like my favorites, man. I have my favorites, and this is off top, man. You guys can answer this or think about it for yourselves. Like, what are your go-to watches? What do you prefer to have on your wrist? And can you, of all the watches that you have, is there a watch in your collection that you can wear every day for like a month or 2 months? Is there a watch that you can do that with? And I can tell you, matter of fact, I'm gonna show you a watch that I can wear every day for a month, no fail. Just pick it up and just go with it. Is this one, the Expedition? I can do. This is one that I fancy now, and you'll be able to tell the ones I like the most because those are the ones that stay in the watch roll the most. So next will be that 1938 to so. That one is a. I like it. I just do. I can wear that. I can wear that. I can honestly wear that, man. Like 2 or 3 months, hands down. I can just pick that thing up and just go every day. This is another one, the Hamilton, and this one stays in the watch roll. That stays in the watch roll, man, all the time. This one, I actually like. I had this one for like 2 weeks. I was still posting other watches, but I was just taking pictures of those other watches, man. And I'll throw this right back on because this watch is, I don't know, man. It's so dynamic to me, man. I really like that, man. And I hate that glycine doesn't get a lot. I would love to see glycine in the public's eye more. And this one right here, this is like the newest acquisition, the Longines. Now I have a pro diver, and Vic, you know which one I'm talking about. I have a pro diver that is it's a Star Wars, and you can tell it doesn't have R2 actual character on it, but like the top of the watch looking down. If you're looking directly down on R2, that's how they did the watch. And this kind of reminds me of like the R2 vibe, that blue, and you see the red sweeping hand. That just reminds me of that, man. So like I don't know, I'm just calling this. And then like like the number markers, the lines remind you like when you go into hyperspace. With I don't know, that's just me, man. I see stuff a little different, man, artistically. Um, but I think honestly, overall, I'm gonna tell you this, and I even excuse the fact that so you guys know I love push button to release. This one has a friction base. Ah, you got to clamp it down. So dual. So you pull that, bop, and you really have to dig into it, man. Bless you if you don't have fingernails, because that's going. I hope you got like a strong nub on the tip of your finger, man, to pull that thing back. Because when it's in there, it's locked in. That is the only thing that I was like, because I got so spoiled with, and I'll never use this right here. You know what I'm saying? Like a diver's extension, like I'll never use that unless my wrist swole up or something like that, and I can't get this thing off. But overall, I'm gonna say that this watch is one of the best dive watches I have in my collection. And I love, and even though this thing doesn't have a display case back, that case back just reminds me of solidity of the company, man. It's just like trademark. I look at that and it's like reminds me of the importance of a quarter coin or something like that. I don't know, man. I don't know. This watch hit different when I got it. This watch hit different because it is considered luxury timepiece. No, it doesn't cost as much as but it's still pricey, man, because you go in the store, man. Like I know people that can't go in there and spend $1,100 on a watch. Just can't. But if you are looking to get one of these or a long jeans, period, and you got the money, I'm just gonna tell you to go holler at my man Jake. Long jeans inspired. The watch I can wear every day is my style with 1930 jump. Oh, I like that watch, bro. I like that watch, man. That watch is cold, man. Yeah, yeah. I can see that. I can see that. Vic said any Magnum. Yeah, man. You know the thing, man. All right. Not trying to get all like crazy on nobody, man. But with me being in the position I am, I get to look at YouTubers every day, and I consume it like some people. I don't know how many videos or channels you guys frequent, but I get into other people's videos. I looked at that. And let me say this: I looked at Teddy Bulbasaur's one of his latest videos with Mr. Wonderful, and I thought it was a great thing that they showcased a bunch of micro brands. And because of the celebrity that um, Teddy has become, and the fact that he got Mr. Wonderful, Mr. Shark Tank himself, acknowledging something other than a Rolex with a red strap on it, or any like a Patek, or any of the greats, Breitlings and stuff like that, they went over Studio Underdog, Ren, Trafford watches, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it was Trafford was the watch that Mr. Wonderful stated that he loved the most. Right? He picked that watch out of all. There was 8 watches in total. Now you know what happens. There was the last time I looked at that video was 167,000 people that looked at that video, somewhere around there. And the amazing thing about that is, it's like think about over 100,000 people who looked at it. Right? I would bet money that about 500 to 600 people bought that watch. I bet like it just varies across the board. Like any one of those, like Studio Underdog, in my opinion, the watermelon watch. I saw that watch in person, and yes, I will own that watch. I will wear the. I will wear that watch like a champion, bro. Um, I love that the fact that it's like the entrepreneurship vibe. With people, man. That's the crazy that's the amazing thing behind it. It's like the spirit in watchmaking and where we are right now today. And granted, yeah, there are people, man, everybody want to make some money. Everybody want to make money. Hey, bro, work is getting hectic. Got to bounce. Okay, all right, bro. Snapple fact. Longines has the oldest trademark logo in the watch world. Yes. Yes. And I was listening to one of the no, I read this in an article. Do you know that Longines is the most copied watch in the early 1900s? The most copied watch, and reason why they came up with that trademark. That is crazy. Longines has the oldest trademarked logo in the watch world, and that's because they were getting like, yeah. So yeah, I didn't know that, but I do know that they were the most copied. Man, that is amazing, bro. You see how we just connected on that, man. You gave me a piece of the puzzle that I didn't have. So I love about watch collecting, man, and just horology in general, man. You get a bunch of folks, man, like from different areas. You got somebody from Australia. I got people watching from the Netherlands. Um, my man from Holland. I got a couple people from Africa, and daggone my man, and that's from Iraq. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, this is amazing, man. And all started with a watch, bro. It all started with a watch, man. That's the crazy thing, man. So it don't matter. Honestly, I asked that question, like, what would you prefer? It really don't matter because we'll still be connected in some form of fashion. Teamwork. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Teamwork make the dream work, man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna tell you this. I know it's not gonna happen. But I would love one person I would love to get on my channel to talk, just to pick his brain, is Wayne from Aragon. I had reached out to him before. I know he don't really like. I think I've seen him do a collab one time, but it was with somebody that, gosh, I can't remember how long ago that was. He did a interview with a guy that brought brass to his watches. So that brass Parma 2 that he created, um, he brought that guy on, and but I don't think Wing has ever went public or did a collab with a YouTuber. So, but that's one person I would love to just like get on and talk, let him talk about the brand. Now, if you don't know anything, so this is an Aragon, and of all of the ones he got, and it's just an NH35 in here. And I think this is one of the most dynamic watches he's made. And I'm gonna tell you why. The cushion style case, but that's square. So you have what company is that? Hublot, square bang, right? No, it's not a square bang, but like it has a square and it does have a lot of pop. It got a lot of character. And normally when you see a watch being homaged or there's elements of a watch, some people do one for one copies, man, and it's done so much to you like it's nothing special about it. I still tip my hat to those that are making homage pieces, man, because you had the kahunas to actually start a business around that. Now, of course, that's just the opinion of some. Some people are like, hey, you know what? I dig it. I dig it. You know what I'm saying? So, are you going to any of the wind up fairs this year? Yes. Chicago. I'm going to Chicago, and I'm going to record as much as possible there. I'm going to, bring the city to you guys. That the people that can't go, I'm gonna bring the city to you guys. The very next show that I'm doing is that has to do with watches and stuff like that is Whiskey Wheels and Watches. That is in Kokomo, Indiana. That is next week. And I don't know. The crazy thing, there are a lot of people that's on Watch Crunch that is from Indianapolis. And I'm like, hey guys, y'all need to go. But we're not even connected. That's the crazy thing. We're like, excuse me, we're not connected like that. So, but I'm looking forward to that wind up show. I'm looking forward to it, man. Because if nothing else, man, you guys have to know the people that's bringing you these watches, the people that's like really digging in and that's like presenting something that like the best way I can tell you is it is amazing learning the history of all of the watches that we like or we've seen or like you may want but you can't afford or you wouldn't get because it's more of a like hey, that's not my style but I still respect it, like Cartier. I think Cartier is a great brand. It's a means a lot in the realm. It's one of the most important watches known to man. Even Patek and AP, you think about the connection they have with people, with some of your favorite artists. If you're a music lover, there's some people that get into that. But if you go back into the design of the watch, man, and all of the parts and pieces that make that watch what it is, man, it's shoot, even a Rolex, man. I know we talk about that. Some it frowns on because Rolex. I think it's more the people that piss people off about Rolex. Acting the snobbish and all of the. It's a lot of controversy, and it's like, yeah, why is it watch so much? But like, you know what? I'm not taking the price off the table, but like you got to give respect to the company for branding itself the way it did, man, because it's not even the oldest, and it's not technology on a Rolex. Like the build, the overall build, it's not like the like groundbreaking when it comes to a Submariner, but it's like one of the most copied designs out there. And the Rolex Submariner is one of the most copied designs. And then the Daytona, there's a lot of Daytona clones out there, a lot of them. And it's like the new kid on the block, even though it's old, but it's like in comparison to some of the, I say the horology forefather watchmakers, Rolex is the new kid on the block. But then you fast forward to now, it don't have the Rolex story, but like, dude, Christopher Ward is a beast, man. Christopher Ward is a company, and here's the crazy thing: I didn't even know they were 20 years old. Had no idea that Christopher Ward, and there's other companies out there that just, man, you just learn so much. So that's gonna be my goal for this year is to explore as many companies as possible, getting to know. It's exciting. It's just an exciting time, and I said that this morning during. Oh, I actually put that in my statement for Watch Crunch because I posted this watch um, Oh, I got off topic. Other watch that's look like this is the Bell and Ross, or this looks like whatever. But Wing just literally made it his own. Made it his own. And that bracelet didn't come with it. I ordered that bracelet with it. But yeah, man. I mean, it's just the spirit of watchmaking, man. And I tell you this, and I'll say this: if Wing, if you ever watch this, the day you want to come on, bro, you always welcome here because I would love like just to hear like what is it? What do you love so much? Because if you watch a Wing video, bro, oh, bro, he gets so passionate about it, man. When he stutter, when he's talking about his watch, man, you can tell it's like he really feeling it, man. He did that. That's what sold me on this one. I was looking at it. He had the 48 millimeter ones. I was like, the colorways are great. And before he ended the video, he's like, oh, wait a minute. He slid the tray over, and then he had these, the 40, because I didn't want a real big one. So I just like, this is a 40 millimeter. And I was like, man, I'm going to go with this one. This right here, man, this watch is so just, I could wear this for a month too. Because I actually, when I first got it, I wore it for like 3 weeks before I switched off to something else. But I got too much stuff. I got way too many watches, man. It's crazy. So anyway, y'all, I'm about to be up out of here, man. What's today? Today, Wednesday, the 29th. It's 10:31. We've been on for 56 minutes. Hey, I greatly appreciate all you guys watching. Appreciate you guys supporting the channel, man. Let's continue to grow this thing. One watch at a time, one view at a time. If you don't mind, go ahead and share this out with somebody, man. It's real easy to do. Hit the little boom, share it out to your Facebook uh, or Twitter X, wherever else you watch, and let's continue the conversation. Let's grow this community the right way, and let's be enthusiastic about what we do, man. I mean, it's what we do on a regular basis. All right. So until the next lightning strike, man, I appreciate you guys. Y'all be blessed. This is dope.